Hello and welcome. In this video we're going to make this what is called an electronic lucky wheel. Let's see what's in the kit. I'll have it the bag. So we've got a couple of IC sockets and a couple of ICs. They put the socket, one socket in the foam, the other socket's not in the foam. Hang on a second. A little circuit board. We got a transistor, a button, a little capacitor, some resistors. I'm going to say we've got two different values of resistor here. Some caps and whatnot. So I suppose with no further ado, let's get on with it and put the LEDs over to one side. Let's have a little look at this board. I'm going to just readjust you. Okay, so this is the board. It looks like we've got a couple of 1.2k resistors, some 470s, 100 UF and a 47 UF microfarad capacitor, little capacitor, a 555 timer, some sort of controller, switch and button. Let's have a look at it from the back. Quite a tidy board by all accounts. We'll see how it solders, see how it works. There's no battery holder with it, unfortunately, so I think we just have to put a couple of bits of wire on and connect it to a 2032 to test it. So, yep, okay, we'll set that up and let's start putting it together. So, here's the board. A couple of resistors here, a couple of resistors here. I'm going to start with them. I'm not even going to bother trying to read them. We know we want some 470s and some 1.2Ks. So what we got here, 470, 1.2. Easy peasy. Put the 470s in first, which are these two here at the top. Okay, two 470s, and then we've got the 1.2s here. I'm going to put these in and we'll solder these in as a first step. So I'm just roughly pre-bending them. Feed them through, turn that over, and then we'll solder that. Okay. Spin this around and do these here. Trim them off. Pop that out of the way. Okay, what's next? I think the capacitors and the transistor. Just looking at the height of components. LEDs will be last. So I think we'll put the two capacitors in next. So that's a 47. The shaded side is the neutral, the unshaded side is the positive, long lead is the positive, off we go. Would have been nice for them to have marked it, just to help. And I'm just checking. Yeah, negative there, look, runs round to the negative of the capacitor. So just double checking that they hadn't used some sort of messed up markings. Again, trim them off. Pile. There we go. So what should we put in next? I think we need to put this little capacitor in here, and I think we'll put the transistor in. With the little capacitor, you've got to be very careful because they're incredibly delicate. Because what happens if you manhandle them too much, the covering breaks off them. Okay, there we go. Let's just pop that over. I might have to just give that a little lift as I solder it. Just for tidiness, we'll just lift that up to the transistor here. Make sure that's all flowed nice. Put the switch in. That'll only go one way. If you try and put it the other way round, the legs won't line up. That's just gone in with a very satisfying clunk. Just trim them. Okay, so there we have IC sockets. I'm going to put the smaller one in the middle in first because my hands are going to get in the way if I do it the other way around. I've got some bent legs on this. I'm going to gently straighten them out as best as. Okay, so that's gone in. Notch is in that direction. The notch is in that direction. I'm going to just flip that over and just go to the legs and just bend over at the two ends. A leg. That's just going to stop that falling out. Put this one in as well. Make sure we get the notch in the right direction. It doesn't matter with the socket as long as you put the IC in right, but the notch on the socket tells you which way to put the IC in. Okay, there we go. We'll solder that up. There we go. Obviously you want to keep your iron on there for a shorter period of time as possible because you don't want to melt anything. Not the worst board I've ever soldered. Okay, diodes, LEDs. Long leg is positive, short leg is negative. And we should also see the flat edge on the diode that's also marked there. So we're just going to run round, put these in, and then I'll pop it over and solder it. Yeah. So this one came with no instructions, but I will say that it is kind of self-explanatory to assemble. Just doubting myself there. There we go. Last one. And there's a spare LED with the kit. How's that? Let's solder that in place. I'm just going to solder one in on each, and then I can just make sure they look nice against the board before I commit. You know what? I can't complain at that. Let's just go around and throw that out of the side of the camera. There we go. Trim time. Okay, let's just do a little inspect of that and just make sure we missed nothing. No, we're good. So this wants 3 to 5 volts. Let's sort some power out. Now I've just soldered on a couple of bits of wire. I forgot to video it. Will they go through there? Are they thin enough? Nah. Okay. ICs. So a 555 timer here in the middle. Notch over to the right. Make sure that's in nicely and click. Another IC, which I think is some sort of controller. Again, notch there, look. Make sure that it's in on both sides. and push it in. Let's connect some power up. And see what it does. Okay, here we go, we've got one light on. Press the button. So it spins round and randomly stops. I suppose it's some sort of roulette-esque deal. But there we go, that works. That little board there. Another little Chinese eBay kit. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you for watching, and hit the subscribe and all the other buttons for me, please. Thank you.